Hello, everybody. Happy Monday and welcome inside the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. I'm Jackie Redmond, and this segment is all about you guys at home, the fans, because you get to ask every single question to today's guest, Padres pitcher Kirby Yates. Before we bring him in, there's two ways that you can ask a question. You can click the green button below and sign up or sign in for your chance to ask that question live here on the show. Or if you don't want to be on camera, you can simply tweet us using the hashtag Chatting Cage, and we'll try to get as many of those questions in this show as possible. So without further ado, let's kick this thing off and bring in Kirby Yates inside the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. Hey, Kirby, how's it going?
I'm good, Jackie. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for doing this. Are you a fan of Mondays? Because a lot of people don't like Mondays, but I always look at it as like a fresh start to the week, right? Like anything is possible. It's Monday. The week is young.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think during the baseball season, it's kind of every day's Monday until you get that day off the next day, and you're like, hey, it's Friday. So, you know, every day's a different day. Every day's a new day, so it's a good day.
All right, Kirby. Well, the fans are asking the questions today, so let's get right to it. Our first question is from Twitter. Caroline858 wants to know about your walk-up song. Everybody loves walkout music, or your entrance song, excuse me. Yours is Bob Marley. She wants to know what the inspiration for that is.
I just grew up in Hawaii, and, you know, that's kind of the style of music that I was introduced to from, you know, young kid. And I like the song, and it's kind of always been my walkout song from low A on. And, you know, I just haven't really changed it. I like it, and I enjoy it.
How much thought do guys put into their music, per se?
I think other guys probably put in, like, I think everybody's different. Some guys probably put a lot of thought into it, and some guys not so much. You know, I think it's easy for me because I've had this one for so long, and I don't see any reason to change it. You know, I'm not saying I won't change it at some point, but for right now, I enjoy it. And if people complain about it or they don't like it, maybe I'll change it. But
hey, as long as
I like it.
As long as it makes you happy, that's all that matters. It's your song. You mentioned being from Hawaii, so our next question comes from Austin M83. He wants to know what it's like being a kid from Hawaii and playing professional baseball. What does that mean to you to sort of represent that?
It's awesome. You know, it's a small island, tight-knit community. You know, even the state. I was born on Kauai, so I know everybody on Kauai, and I have a bunch of support from them. And then, you know, it transfers over throughout the whole state. Everybody's pretty proud, and, you know, everybody roots for their own. And I'm ecstatic to be a part of that. It's very humbling. And, you know, it was one of those childhoods where extremely, extremely grateful to grow up in a place like that. It's super safe, and, you know, I still have a lot of friends back home, and my family and everybody's back home, so I really do enjoy it.
Nice. We are live inside the Edward Jones Chatting Cage with Kirby Yates, and the fans are asking all of the questions today. Our next question comes from a fan on video. What's your name and what's your question for Kirby?
Hello, Mr. Yates. I am Daniel from South Jersey. My question for you is, because you are from Hawaii, you're in some great company with some great Hawaiian major leaguers. I have to ask, since you grew up there, what is your favorite Hawaiian Major League Baseball player?
I guess I'll have to go with my brother. My older brother, Tyler Yates, pitched for the Mets, the Braves, and the Pirates for about 5 years. And, you know, I was pretty fortunate to watch his career. I was a little bit younger than him. And, you know, I got to follow him around into some stadiums, took me to Atlanta for a couple weeks. And then he actually flew me out here to San Diego one series to watch him play. You know, it was him and Victorino, and they always kind of went back and forth being in the same division. But I would have to say my brother, Tyler.
I love that answer. A little bit of family love here on the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. Thanks for your question. Our next question comes from Frankie Roca9 on Twitter. Can you give us a little insight as to how you developed the splitter that's been so effective for you this year?
So kind of at the end of 2016, when I was with the Yankees, I kind of realized, you know, I'm going to have to do something a little bit different instead of being fastball slider. So started talking to some of the guys on the team about how they threw theirs, and I just kind of started messing with it. And, you know, I took it into that off season. It was something I really wanted to focus on. And, you know, when I came to spring training last year, I started throwing it. It was good at times. It wasn't very good at times. And, you know, when I came over to the Padres, they're like, hey, we want you to throw it as much as you feel comfortable. And the more I threw it, the more, you know, it felt better. The more I was kind of able to get consistent break. And, you know, now it's my best pitch, and it's a weapon, and pretty fortunate to have developed it.
Sounds like that hard work paid off. All right, every single time I do this segment, Kirby, I'm not going to lie to you, we get this same question, so you're going to get it too. It comes from L Hughes 72. If you weren't playing professional baseball, what do you think you'd be doing?
I would like to be a fireman, I think, back home on Kauai. It's pretty hard to get in, but, you know, I think that would be something I would enjoy. You know, it's a good life. You get to spend time with your family. You get to go to the beach all the time. And, you know, it's something that I think would fit my lifestyle.
I like that answer. That's good. All right, our next question comes from a fan. What's your name and what's your question?
Hi, Kirby. My name is Brianna, and I wanted to ask you if you had the opportunity to go to any of the San Diego beaches and possibly surf, if you have any recommendations.
I have not been able to go and surf. I've kind of stayed away. But I go to Coronado a lot. There's a really nice beach down in Coronado. We go there. I have my dog Chubbs. There's a really good dog beach down there, and he loves it. So I take him, you know, as much as I can. And other than that, I haven't really been anywhere else. I've just been to the beach down in Coronado.
I'm sorry. Did you say your dog's name is Chubbs?
Yes, he is.
Why is that his name? How did you come up with that?
He's an English bulldog, and you know, from when I was in high school, I kind of always wanted a bulldog, and I had it in my head I was going to name him Chubbs, and I kind of did, and it stuck.
Is he chubby? I mean, all bulldogs kind of are, but...
Yeah, he is and he isn't. He's got a lot of muscle on him, but he's definitely a bigger bulldog. But he's not that fat. I mean, he's on the little fatter side, but he's not as fat as his name says he is.
So he's heavy, but he's not fat. I got it.
Yes.
Fair enough. All right, next question comes from Padres fan 5. We're coming off of Trevor Hoffman's Hall of Fame induction a few weeks ago. Have you had a chance to speak with him and pick his brain at all?
Yeah, actually, I get to talk to him a lot. He's always around, and you know, it was fortunate enough to speak to him a lot during spring training about preparation, about things that he did as far as getting ready for his season. And you know, the cool thing about Trev is he's always around, so you can always, if something pops up, you can always go approach him and ask him something, and he always gives you an honest answer. And you know, he's an awesome guy, and it was really neat to be here in a Padres uniform to watch his acceptance speech, and all of that's pretty neat.
It's got to be pretty cool to be able to take advantage of all those resources and the knowledge that surrounds you every single day at the park. All right, time for the EDJ question of the day. Can you talk about your journey from being claimed on waivers last year to now closing for the Padres?
You know, I don't know. I've always said kind of your opportunity is your opportunity. I've been fortunate enough to have, you know, an opportunity with a few different teams. Not all of them have worked out, and just kind of seemed like I landed on my feet here. You know, the staff and coaches, teammates, everybody was super. I just got along with everybody really well from the get-go. Everything was super positive, and it just kind of allowed me to relax and just go out there and do the things that, you know, I've been trying to do my whole life as far as in the game. And, you know, I never stopped trying to get better. And, you know, every day I come to the field and I just want to get better and, you know, try and exceed my expectations or exceed anybody else's expectations. So, you know, I'm pretty blessed to be here. I love it here in San Diego, and, you know, just I enjoy it here.
You can tell just by the way you talk about it that you've really found a home there, it sounds like. We are live inside the Edward Jones chatting cage with Kirby Yates. What's your name and what's your question?
Hey, Kirby. My name is Alex, and there's a lot of different personalities in a clubhouse, and I'm just wondering, who's the funniest player in the clubhouse?
Funniest player in the clubhouse. Let me think about this for a little bit. There's some
Give
characters.
us a real answer.
Let's go. I think there's a group that, you know, there's Spangenberg, Jankowski, Hedges, as long as with like AJ Ellis, a couple of the older guys. We all give each other a pretty significant hard time, and it's all in fun. But it's a lot of fun. Carlos Oswahe, he likes to do some things that, you know, are pretty entertaining, and it makes it a lot of fun. It's this team's awesome. We have a lot of good personalities. It's kind of a collective group. Everybody has their own thing that they bring to the table, but it is a lot of fun to come to the field every day.
Well, I want to thank you personally for that question because it's given me a reason to ask Kirby about his T-shirt. What is your T-shirt? What's the story behind it? And what's it all about for anyone at home that's not aware of this?
This is Austin. He's, I guess he missed he's catching a bullpen in spring training. It bounced off his glove, hit him in the chest, and kind of have a thing here, everybody in the dugout when they're watching a game. If anybody in the field kind of misses a ball, if it hits their glove and pops out, everybody kind of yells no catch. And so we got Austin here with a no catch.
I love that. That's so funny. So nobody's, like, anybody that has a blooper in the field is going to hear about it, basically.
Yeah, nobody's really safe.
Nobody is safe with the Padres. Well, listen, Kirby, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate it. It sounds like you guys have a ton of fun out there in San Diego. Best of luck the rest of the season. We appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Have a good one. Enjoy the T-shirt. What a great guy. What a good time. Thank you guys for joining us here inside the Edward Jones chatting cage. We really appreciate all of your questions using the hashtag chatting cage. All right, we will see you next time. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.